women's stories weren't valued and they weren't teaching them. And I just decided I'm going to teach it. When I first started doing this in the 80s, my students didn't know what the goddess was. Now they do. The term has definitely become part of the culture. The goddess is the divine feminine. Metaphorically, it's the human being's potential to be all they can be, and that needs a spiritual component. I was part of teams of women, mostly, some men, researching and finding the stories about the art and the artists who had not been put in the textbooks. That research, it led me to collect images that were female. I started out with, again, that Western Greek idea. And I went to Turkey in 1990, and that transformed the way I looked at images, because Turkey has 9,000 years, actually 12,000 years, of image making of the divine feminine. I was fortunate to be born into a family, or to be two parents who were educated. My mother taught language at the university. She could do French, Spanish, German, Latin, and at the age of 65 learned Russian. And my dad was on General Clay's legal staff in Berlin in 1948. I'm 13 years old. I leave Colorado and end up in blockaded Berlin, flying in on a plane with a parachute on my back on what to do when the Russians shot us down. So it showed me a huge world that was different than safe Colorado. Men have not been telling women's history. They can't, for one thing. They're so busy telling men's history that they can't tell the women's story. That's why it's so important for women to tell the story. The family's huge. It's now circling the globe, and I've done, I think I'm around 215 banners, all since I was 60. Women have been objectified forever and silenced. I wanted to speak and be heard, and it seemed like through art, that was a way.